Naomi Campbell has just been named a co-conspirator in Diddy's latest indictment by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and you are not going to believe what she has to say about the allegations.
You were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend, Flavio.
I'm just saying.
But you know, Naomi Campbell, she had the formula.
Now, what's Naomi Campbell's formula?
I don't know, whatever it was, it got a restraining order.
When is it her turn to be exposed for
Oh God, I don't know. She clever.
Naomi Campbell and Diddy have been working together for the past 20 years, and with the recent sexual abuse allegations against Diddy finally coming to light, fans have started to speculate that Naomi Campbell might have been involved in the crimes too. Naomi already has a history of being involved with known child predators, like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and she's even been convicted of abuse multiple times.
Awful son wanted me to be in jail, and I'm not saying what my behavior was correct. I think that everyone during this period of Terminal 5 madness was upset and irate, and I guess I just took it too far, maybe.
Back in 1998, Naomi was convicted and found guilty of beating her assistant and choking her in a fit of rage. Since then, she's been charged 10 more times in assault cases where she would physically abuse the people working for her and even spit on police officers. Interestingly, this is the same behavior that Diddy displayed with his girlfriend Cassie.
According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says, as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. In the surveillance video, Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground. As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice and attempts to drag her on the floor back to the hotel room. Ventura is seen picking up a hotel phone. Combs seems to walk back to the hotel room, then returns and appears to shove her in a corner. Moments later, he can then be seen throwing an object in her direction.
Naomi's history of abuse and violence started around the same time that she started meeting with Diddy, and just like Diddy, she never went to jail. According to the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, this is because Diddy and his friends pressured victims to not say anything.
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them, and it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here, because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.
With Diddy's arrest, Naomi Campbell and other celebrities who previously thought they could get away with anything thanks to industry connection are all trying to get away from the drama. They know that if Diddy goes down, he's going to take everyone down with him. Just look at how J.Lo is staying silent about the entire Diddy situation, even though she was actively involved in illegal stuff when she was dating Diddy. Back in 1999, J-Lo and Diddy were caught fleeing the scene of a shooting where the victim claimed that Diddy shot her.
Neurological questioning to make sure that you're aware and that you have some level of reasoning. And he's like, what's your name? How old are you? Can you tell me what happened? And I said, Puffy shot me in my face. This man testified. I testified in the criminal trial. This man testified in the criminal trial.
Despite there being physical evidence and multiple testimonies tying both Diddy and J-Lo to the crime, neither of them had to spend a single night in jail or even get convicted. This is all because Diddy was well connected in the industry, and he used his connections to save both himself and J-Lo.
There's no doubt in my mind who shot him.
You have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you.
I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands, but then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I knew. I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said over and over, I've heard the voices that I said, you are about to be hit. Calm down. And as I said no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Ever since the shooting incident, J-Lo has tried her best to stay away from the drama and never once taken responsibility for her actions. J-Lo was allegedly involved directly in the shooting, and according to Jaguar Wright, J-Lo even had gunshot residue on her body, but still she managed to get away.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. Nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall? But it saved her the first time though, didn't it? Because as soon as that club was over and as soon as they finished interrogating her, when she sat there and cried like a baby, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Benny Medina put her with that drunk white boy until she ran him off. Like, there are people sitting here screaming out at the toll that the atrocities that Sean Combs has done to their lives, and you're trying to avoid your part in the story or the fact that you never spoke up. You want to tell people on the low and put it out there that the movie was about you getting away from Puffy, but you didn't think about the trail of girls that you left behind. What happens to Cassie if J-Lo had said something to Diddler back then? Would Cassie have ever been a victim? Answer me that. Because that situation happened in the late 90s. That situation happened before Aaliyah passed away, and Aaliyah passed away in 2001. He didn't get with Cassie until 2009, 15 years after he was with Jennifer. If she had to come forward about the that she suffered in a relationship with Sean Combs, Cassie would never have gone through what she's gone through. J-Lo being a stand bitch is Cassie not getting punted in a hallway.
Diddy always knew that he would be arrested one day, and despite his connections to Hollywood elites, he would get caught. Back in an interview with Conan O'Brien in 2002, Diddy talked about how his parties involved locking up women and them so they were less likely to say no.
Okay, now we need alcohol, Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need the
Blends.
ladies. You need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No.
What?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
There you, sexy. New word for you.
Yeah.
He even predicted his arrest in 1999, saying that once word got out about what he was doing at his parties, he was bound to get arrested.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it, and it ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers, people from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on, you know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
Several celebrities have also spoken out about what was going on inside these illegal parties. But suspiciously, most celebrities have actually been very quiet about the details.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Feel like
We still have some time to go, you know, I can blow it here.
Okay. Feel free. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
Videos from what went on inside Diddy's parties have also started to leak out now that Diddy has been arrested. And according to prosecutors, it's only a matter of time before Diddy and everyone that involved with Diddy is arrested and sent to prison for life. One of the recent videos that went viral actually showed Kevin Hart with a hooker at Diddy's party. The leaked video shows Kevin filming a video, and after the video starts, we can see a woman's hair catch fire, and Kevin Hart running towards the camera to laugh at her.
Everybody moves out, you know, just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. You know, doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera! Got the camera! All right, okay. First of all, I know it looks bad with me running into the camera, okay? It was Puffy's party. He's called me, said, Kev, can you host a party with me? I said, yeah, dude, I said I'd do it. He said, look, we creating this little sexy scene in the bathroom. I said, oh, that's gonna be hot. I'm promoting the party. I'm like, yeah, man, this is a nice event. You see, we up here in the tub. First of all, if somebody's hair is on fire, it's a panic. Yo, your hair. It should be crazy. This is all I heard. I heard, yo, your hair's on fire. I turned around, I saw it, I was like, oh! The flame grew, like it was like somebody threw gasoline on it. Like, so my first instinct was to save myself. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to die. Weaves are the most flammable thing out. Okay? A weave, if there had been another girl next to her with a weave, that thing would have caught faster than the forest fire. So I just said, let me save myself.
Come here, don't sit on the bed at night, no homo, no, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. You know, shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna
If we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, like, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
What the did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
People close to Diddy have been speaking out about what Diddy has been doing for ages, but no one ever came out with proof because of how well connected Diddy was to Hollywood elites. Napoleon, a former member of Tupac's group, even mentioned how people in the industry knew about Diddy's activities for decades, but were scared to speak out.
Bro, we've been hearing stuff for ages about the guy. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I think also from a business standpoint of view, I think the music industry is one of the most corrupt industries on the planet. And I know somebody personally, and I'm not even gonna go into details, that did one of the biggest hits of Biggie's career. And he told me when he sent the beat to Puffy, he just stole it from him. So just from the amount, how you doing business, you cannot do business that way and expect for you to continue to be successful because eventually it will come back. So we always heard about, you know, from that standpoint of view, just doing people dirty, you know, just snaking people for money. And every evil thing you can think of, they just, you know what I mean? So that's sad because when you come from our background and we get into the music industry, for example, and they start becoming these CEOs, the first thing they start talking about, man, we're gonna do our own record company because we tired of the white man stealing from us. You know what I mean? And then you get these black CEOs, they come do the same exact thing to black artists.
One of Diddy's ex-bodyguards, Gene Deal, has also talked about how he is worried about Diddy coming after him since he's spoken out about the abuse that Diddy did.
Cam, let me tell you something, man. If I worried about what somebody would do for me, I wouldn't be the man that I am. I keep my head on the swivel. I do what I have to do to protect myself and my family. All I know is that I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. I got people out here that love me. You understand? And if something happened to me, I know people's gonna make sure you meet me wherever we gotta go after this life.
There's also the very real possibility that Diddy might try to escape or hurt himself, given that he's slowly coming to terms with the consequences of all his actions. We learned just a few weeks ago that Diddy had been placed on suicide watch, and according to sources close to Diddy, it is possible that he might end up doing something to himself.
To prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars. Maybe if he'd be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide. He'd do an Epstein.
Everything is slowly coming to light, and according to Cat Williams, it's only a matter of time before Diddy and everyone associated with him is caught and put on trial.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Who is going to get caught once the details come to light? Well, according to Lord Jamar, all the record companies are involved, and this case is going to shake up the entire music industry.
Do I believe there's people behind the scenes that are homosexuals that are pushing buttons? Yes. Yes. And that they want you to be down with their in order to push the button for you? Absolutely. And this is part of it. You just saw one of the gay mafia members. That's who he is. That's who Puffy is. He's one of the members of the mob. He's a mafia member. But he might not be Don Carl. He's not the godfather. You see? He's not the godfather. He's one of the heads of the families. You see? We have different families in this game. We got Bad Boy. We got fucking what do we have? Death Row over here. We have the different we got fucking Arista Records and LaFace. These are the fucking families in the mafia. You dig? Those record companies are like families.
What do you think is going to happen now that Diddy has been arrested? Is Naomi Campbell next? And if yes, what do you think she will get arrested on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.